The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. Our passion transforms a community that sees all things new. I'm Coach Celia Jacob, and with me is...
I'm King Gonzalez.
And we are here for another episode of the TNC PressCon. Hi there, everyone. This is Coach Celia Jacob for another episode of the TNC PressCon. Ayan. And I would like to introduce my co-host with me, Mr. King Gonzalez of Realty Realities. King, join me.
Mabuhay and welcome. Ay, hindi pala. TNC PressCon pala ito. Hi guys, this is not Realty Realities. We're here at TNC PressCon. So what are we going to do tonight, Miss Celia? Ano bang meron?
Actually, we are going to talk about BaiCon InFest na sobrang ang dami-dami nag-aantay. So, kailangan natin medyo pag-usapan what will happen, sino yung mga expect nila with two of our special guests for today. So, ipakilala na ba natin, King, ang ating mga special guest?
Mas magandang pag-usapan pag galing dun sa tao talaga na nakakaalam tungkol sa BaiCon, no?
Yes.
So, gusto mo muna, Coach Celia?
Okay, let me introduce to you our first guest. She's an awarded digital marketer who leads operations, creative content strategy, and business development for Republiq Group of Companies. As its group's chief operating officer and head of creative strategy, RGC is the biggest digital agency in the VisMin region that specializes in creating hyper-local content and campaigns. Our guest leads the creation of business capabilities and products that showcases the VisMin culture through BaiTV, a digital media channel, BaiSocial, a digital talent agency, and BaiCon InFest, a fan festival, and BaiMedia Intelligence, a social listening and insight mining center. In 2021, she led the launch of G-Spot on online platforms that talks about the everyday Visayan women. It is my pleasure to introduce a fellow GWWR sister, Bea Evardone. Hi, Bea!
Hello!
Hi, Bea!
Maayong gabi kaninyong tanan. So happy to be calling on from Cebu. May gabi.
Wow.
Hello to all the viewers of the PressCon. So excited to be here again because we did this last year. And of course, Coach Celia from Global Women Who Rule. So nice to see you again. And King, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Bea. Happy to be here, guys. Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Bea. Grabe. Ikaw naman, King. Introduce
I'm very happy. I'm very happy to see young faces kasi nakaka-inspire at saka nakakahawa, di ba?
Nakaka-bagets, no?
And tonight, hindi lang isa, but we have two. And I'll introduce this guy because when I was going through his resume, I said, wow, talagang I should have been like this. He is
Idol ko yan eh. I
currently
agree.
he is
Totoo.
currently the digital director for Unilab. Right now, he's working hard. He's in the office. Prior to Unilab, he had successfully communicated messages of national and multinational brands in giant agencies, Dentsu Philippines, and McCann. And probably because of his good performance, he was pirated by McCann Singapore, where he handled the social media for the biggest client of the company, General Motors. He did great again, and so became the head of social media and strategy of Still McCann, dealing with brands like Owndays, Nespresso, Xbox, to name a few. So, because of this background, he founded and he is the founding president of the Creator and Influencer Council of the Philippines back in 22, for which he has been awarded Campaign Asia's 40 Under 40, sabi ko sa inyo, bata eh, and the 15th Mansmith Young Masters Award, an award-giving body recognizing excellent Filipino marketeers. Let's all please welcome Mr. Jim Guzman.
Thank you, King.
Wow!
Kayo ang idol ko. Kayo ang idol ko. Tinan mo, malapit na ang BaiCon. Napakaganda pa rin on camera.
Iyon naman.
Parang walang
Feeling ko, feeling ko ngarag na ako. Hello guys. Hi Jen.
Good, hello. Good
So
day to
Jim,
everyone.
yun yung mga salitang ginamit mo kaya ka na pirate ng Macan, Singapore.
Baka yun na nga. Baka yun ang nag-work.
And you're a co-Singaporean because I also used to work I worked in Singapore for 8 years. So welcome to the new channel.
Thank you.
Ayan, coach, bakit ba tayo nandito, Coach Celia?
Ako, grabe talagang sobrang excited ako to know more about BaiCon. Last year na nagkaroon ako ng idea because of TNC also. Pero sana, before we talk with our guests, panoorin muna natin kung ano ang mga nangyari last time and give us a glimpse muna of what is BaiCon with our bit of a throwback, no, King. Siguro before natin interviewin ang ating mga guests, let's learn more about BaiCon and their past events. Direct, pa-show nga ng video. Wow! Grabe!
Napa-indak ako sa
Oh.
tuwa.
Nakaka-excite lalo, no? Pag nakita mo what happened from yung years back na mga activity nila. Tapos, the idea na ang tagal natin na natahimik because of the pandemic and all. So, ayan, siguro ang una kong itatanong, what is BaiCon for those who do really have a bit of parang medyo konti lang idea nila about BaiCon, and what are your preparations sa ginawa sa ngayong face-to-face activity? Yeah, Bea, you may help us answer this.
Sige, BaiCon InFest is currently the country's largest gathering of content creators and influencers. So since 2018, we've been bringing your favorite creators, influencers. And when we say that, it's not just the big ones. It's a collab. It's a platform where we provide opportunities for creators in different niches. Let's just say lifestyle creators, entertainment creators, fashion bloggers, TikTokers, Instagrammers, yung mga nagbablog talaga. And at the same time, we cater to creators from all over the Philippines, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. So we cultivated this community and a platform where content creators could actually reach their fans, but at the same time be able to collaborate and get inspiration from their fellow creators as well. So we've done it physically in 2019. Yung 2020, of course, it was the pandemic. It was 100% digital. Na nung 2021, it was hybrid naman, where we brought in content creators and influencers dito sa Cebu, and we provided a stage and parang a studio for them to perform to their live audiences. Yung audience yung parang digital lang. This year, as mentioned by Coach Celia kanina, it's going to be 100% physical again, which means
Wow.
it's the greatest comeback after the long hiatus na parang um, online lahat, ngayon physical na lahat. So what's gonna happen, expect different kinds of experiences. There will be, for the gamers, we are going to have a Mobile Legends show match. For the K-popers naman, mga mahilig sa K-pop, we're going to have a K-pop rave and a random dance play. And to those who are fans of the creators, we're going to have the influencer performances. May kakanta, may sasayaw, may magsiskit, may maglalaro on stage. So it's a variety show that the creators are currently really preparing for. And finally, to the music lovers, there's going to be a music festival to cap it all off. And I would just like to also proudly say that Sinulog is happening this 2023, and it is going to be soft launched during BaiCon. So world award winning dancers, Sinulog dancers, Tribu Basakanon will be launched during BaiCon as well. So a lot of things happening, but definitely the goal of the event will not change. We are still here to actually encourage content creators and influencers to use their influence to teach people and their fans and basically everyone watching the show to be responsible users of the internet. Kasi yun talaga yung pinaka-core ni BaiCon. Content creators and influencers coming together using their influence and their voice to encourage people to become better users of the internet.
Wow,
And
grabe. Talagang andun tayo sa no, aligned sa TNC, Digital for Good. Yan ang natin, yan ang
Yes,
advocacy
digital for
natin
good.
talaga.
Totoo.
Yan.
Totoo, agree.
Walang tulog yan ha, si Bea, walang tulog. Walang
Walang
sabi
tulog, dire-diretso, no?
sa lagay na yan, wala pa.
Actually, may
Grabe
may copy ko
naman.
talaga ako doon. Binasa ko lang. Joke.
Alam mo,
Grabe.
if I may
Yeah,
add
Jim.
to what Bea has shared, and kinikilabutan ako as I was listening to Bea because in a few hours, I'm off to go home, pack my stuff, and head to the airport and
Okay.
be in Cebu to of course look after the preparations and be with the team and setting up the final hours before
Yes.
BaiCon. But for me, BaiCon is both a celebration at its best, and collaboration on steroids. For me, it's a celebration of passionate creators who have been fueling this industry for quite a while now. And I am very excited also because apart from the names that will be that we are bringing to BaiCon this year, we have a lot of partners from brands and agencies and even from the press, from the media. That's a coach. Sayang King, you won't be able to join us physically, but who will be, join us in the BaiCon stage and really witness, sabi ko nga, true performance and fueled passion, from the different performers that we have lined up for this year. I also mentioned the word collaboration because this epic event is powered by, of course, RGC being the biggest digital agency in Cebu, and the Creator and Influencer Council of the Philippines, which I am chairing now as founding president. So it's really putting, kumbaga, all in na to of all our efforts that we've been doing for the past year, and we're very excited because this is in a way back to normal event that we kind of had the past 2 years medyo restricted pa ang BaiCon, but now we're back, and then we're so look forward to seeing everybody in Cebu this weekend.
Nice. Alam mo, Coach, if Coach Celia is still around, but having heard you guys, it brings back like a revenge tourism. Wherein yung event nyo naman, because, you've been gone physically for 2 years, or we've been gone for 2 years, right? When you hold an event, or like how you planned it, parang revenge na to eh. Revenge BaiCon InFest. No? And it sounds like to me a whole 1 week of activities, but it's not 1 week, right?
3 days. 3 days siya.
It's 3 days. 3 days.
Yep.
So what do we expect? Like, say for example, you did mention that there's K-pop, there's also music festival. So what do we expect on the first day?
The first day is going to be a welcome dinner powered by Meta, Facebook Meta. So it's going to
Wow.
be, kasi the entire theme of BaiCon InFest is parang back to school. Because sabi mo nga kanina, King, it's like a revenge, right? So it's like going through like a really long summer vacation. And then we're all looking forward to seeing each other again. And when we go back to school, of course naman, hindi natin look forward yung mga pa-quiz ni ma'am, yung mga lectures and all. We look forward to the fun stuff. So that experience is what we're going to provide. So initially, there's the acquaintance party, which is day one. The acquaintance party is themed the Clicks, powered by Meta. So you go to that party dressed as parang the clique you were in or the clique you wanted to be at when you were
Wow.
the prom king. Feeling ko sa gym dati, the bully yun eh. Bully yun, so magbubully yung outfit siya. Joke lang. The prom queen or kung kahit sino pa naman yung parang clique that you want to belong to. So that's basically what you're gonna be going as. And that is going to be a welcoming dinner where we can all come together and parang set the mood and tone for the entire weekend. The second day is what I mentioned kanina, which is the Influencer Festival. And the Influencer Festival is going to be, yun, you may K-pop, you may rave. So it's basically going to be an entire day from 12 noon to 12 midnight of pure entertainment, but at the same time, education and inspiration as well. So this is going to be open to 2,500 members of the audiences. So that's your org fair. Tapos yung prom night mo naman is a CICP Spotlight Awards, which I think Jim, as the CICP president, can expound on. Kasi feeling ko,
Go ahead, Jim.
balita ko, Jim, prom king ka daw dati, di ba? So, prom king, we'll talk about the prom.
Yeah, talk about the spotlight. Yan.
From bully to prom king, no? What a leap.
Grabe.
Grabe.
No, but as Bea is, as what Bea has mentioned, no, I'm also personally very excited about the Spotlight Awards because this is our version of, think of it as like a Star Magic Ball, no, but for influencers and creators. Kaya coach, ready ko yung black and white attire mo for Sunday. But it's a formal talaga event wherein we honor and recognize I think for the past year or so, no, the best performing creators in their respective categories. No? Of course, the Spotlight Awards will be also awarding the Creator of the Year, the Platform of the Year, etc., etc. So there's even a Lifetime Achievement Award that we usually give every Spotlight Awards, which you will be witnessing on Sunday, which is on our third day. It will happen in Marco Polo, Cebu.
Where I am at.
Where Bea is.
There you go.
Where we held it also last year. So in between the awarding, there will be performances, no? And I think one of the artists who will be singing in the Spotlight Awards is Shireen Regis, no? Regis, sorry, no? So and some other local performers. So quite excited on that also. And of course, that's where we will hold our closing epic party. Which,
na magsasample ngayon, di ba? Dito sa PressCon, Jim?
Sorry, King. Buffer.
Sa katauhan muna ni Miss Bea Evardone.
Clear. Loud and clear.
Clear?
Guys, if you ask me to sing, if you're gonna ask me to sing, I tell you, no one's gonna come to BaiCon. I'm the bad person to put on the spotlight for that. Talagang hindi ako kumakanta.
Yes.
Ayan. Grabe, no? Ang daming nating pwedeng i-look forward sa ating upcoming BaiCon InFest. So, mamaya, babalikan natin. We'll just have a short break. And we will talk more about yung mga activities, the influencers na mamimit natin, and ano ba yung mga pwede nating mga i-share sa fans na darating because most of them are excited na. So, let's have a break muna, no, King? Jim and Bea, we'll go back to you after this break.
All right.
And we're back. Grabe, ayan, yan. Nakita nyo, no? What we are, going to expect sa Spotlight Awards and all the things na dapat nating makita sa BaiCon Fest. So, balik natin yung ating dalawang guests so that we can talk more about the activity na mangyayari for this weekend. Ayan. Ayan. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Bea. Ako, ayan, nakapag-break tayo. Isa lang naman ang isang talagang tanong na gusto namin parang i-ask for the second break. Ako, one of the things, 5 years na to nangyayari and tuloy-tuloy, lumalaki and tuloy-tuloy natin na sinusupport yung mga influencers. Now they're back on the ground and trying to connect with their mga mga fans and all. So, Bea, continuing all this, can you give us talaga yung why are we doing what we're doing, 'di ba? Parang ano yung pinakamatinding purpose nitong BaiCon Fest na bakit lalo siyang lumalaki at ang dami nagsusupport? So, can you give us an idea? Kanina nabanggit mo na, pero for those who have just joined us, can you give us something parang yung pinaka-purpose talaga nitong BaiCon and how it is like really parang helping that side of our ng nation natin na nag-iipon-ipon ng mga malulupit na influencers. Go ahead, Bea.
Yeah, so BaiCon was actually created because you know what, the influencer marketing industry and content creation industry is fairly new, and there are no standards as to how it is done. It's new in a sense that it's always changing. And then we met kasi ako, sina Jim, sina Cara of Spark It, Ace Gapos of Blagopalooza, sina Mikey Bustos. We came together with one pain point na parang ang daming parang hindi pa standardized when it comes to influencer marketing. And parang the first step to be able to do that is parang, making influencers and content creators feel like they are legitimate, but at the same time, included when it comes to parang showcases like this. Kasi there are other fan festivals happening naman. And at the end of the day, parang, yung mga nakakasali dun, yung mga malalaki lang or yung mga talagang OG, kumbaga, sa industry. So we came together to form a festival that is all inclusive. So content creators from all walks of life, from different parts of the Philippines, from different niches and interests and categories, and to different numbers of followers, to be honest. And that was the first goal of BaiCon, to be able to gather them and make them feel that, hey, here's a stage and a platform for you guys to come together and entertain your fans. And at the same time, not just entertain the fans, but also derive and get inspiration from each other. Because again, pain point number two, the industry is fairly new. Parang it's, we need inspiration to keep going talaga.
Yeah.
And so, events like BaiCon has actually produce a lot of great collaborations that you see on the
Yes,
internet
oo.
right now. There was that one time that Will Dasovich and Mimiya, so these are content creators from different niches, created content together, right? And then you see
Wow.
content creators na from Luzon, isa yung taga Visayas, isa taga Mindanao, actually coming together to create content. So talagang it's breeding that community of inclusivity, but at the same
Yeah.
time, learning from each other and getting inspired from each other. And third, which is talagang as wearing my CICP hat din, we want to be able to let the content creators use their power, use their influence to actually inspire people to make use of the internet responsibly. And I think
Yes.
Jim can elaborate on that as CICP
Yun nga,
president.
Bea.
Pwede ba,
Please.
Jim?
Now that you mentioned about standardization, that tickled me when you said standardization of social media, because, well, we know what's happening, right? We know what's happening out there. Uh, excuse the term, but there are some people who just I don't know if I'm supposed to say this in TNT, bastardize, right? Media. So, is that the reason why CICP Jim was formed, to work on standardization of the content, as well how it's brought out to the public?
Yeah, well, good that you mentioned, King. I totally agree. Absolutely, that's how we ended up putting up CICP together, because there's no council or organization that watches over this industry, right? And when we say creator influencer industry, we're not just talking about influencers or creators. We're talking about brands and agencies. That's why if you
Yes.
look at the composition of council's leadership, it's
Mm.
also made up of brands and agency partner. Diba?
Right,
So,
right.
and that's the idea. In fact, the vision, the very vision of CICP when we did put it up in 2020 was to set the gold standard when it comes to content creation. So apart from upscaling, it's also facing issues head on, no, that our industry is facing. Like for example, we've played a very important role in terms of connecting BIR and the industry when that whole
Oh, yeah?
discussion on taxation, no, became controversial
Yep.
early this year or late last year. So things like that. No? Right now, there are issues ng mga influencers or creators na nag-aaway-away. So how do we,
Yeah.
how do we,
Mainit na mainit pa.
mainit pa. Sana nga, dali na namin sila sa BaiCon para
Di,
everyone be happy.
tayo lang ako makakarinig eh.
Pagbati na kayo.
Sino yung nag-aaway?
Secret. pero you know, and that's how we thought of. That's why we thought of putting up CICP together. 60% of our leadership and our members are really made up of creators and influencers themselves. But there are strong representations from the client side, brand side. So which I am part of, from the agency side, which Bea is part of also. So yun, that's what we've been focusing
Oh
on.
no,
And-
coming from the street, wherein I'm not a member of, I'm not too exposed to any councils or to any groups, and having watched you here in TNC, I said, "Uy, gusto ko mag-member kasi gusto ko maging responsible content provider." How do they do it?
Yeah, all they need to do is to go to our website, cicp.com.ph. There's a page there that directs one to how to join and become a member. There are also shortcuts. You may send us a private message on our Facebook page because there's a team taking care of that, and even on Instagram. So yeah, through our digital platforms, social media platforms, there's a way to be part and join CICP.
CICP on Facebook, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oo.
Grabe ako, I was able to attend some activations done by CICP. Ang dami mo matututunan. At saka sobrang it's a network of people talaga who will help you elevate your brand, your 'di ba? So nakakatuwa na meron tayong group na medyo help sa atin na mabigyan ng mas maayos na name kasi nga tama ka nagagamit for something ang digital technology. So ayan, let's check naman sino ang mga influencers na dapat nilang i-look forward to sa darating na weekend, this Friday, Saturday, Sunday na makikita natin. Gusto mo, King, check natin yung video na prepare to check our mga influencers na on board.
Yeah, sino ba to? I'm curious.
Ako
Can
din
you have that?
direct,
Can you have that video out, please?
Cebu BaiCon InFest is back, and we're bringing your favorite creators, influencers, and performers all in one stage. Get a chance to meet and greet the hottest internet personalities like Rance Kyle, Niana, and Natalia Guerrero, Kimpoy Feliciano, Inka Magnaye, Jay Miranda, Mike E, Bustos, Kipay, Davao Conyo, Kerwin King, Denise Julia, Jen Barangan, and many more. Catch breathtaking performances from Drag Race Philippines, The Divine Divas, Phineas Deluxe, Precious Paul and Cole, and Brigade, together with the Cebu Drag Queen. Enjoy performances by Cebu's best Cookies, The Sundown, Okaraga, Sunset, Mandawi Nights, Kurt Fick, and 13C. All this plus a K-pop dance raid and a Mobile Legends tournament for only 1,000 pesos. Be part of the biggest influencer festival this November 5 at the IEC Pavilion. Tickets are available at www.baicon.ph and message us on our socials at BaiCon.
Wow, lalo naman ako na-excite. Lahat ata ng favorite ko nandun. Grabe. So, ayan.
Pwede pa bang bumili ng
Oo,
tickets?
pwede pa ba?
Is that still...
Yes. It's still available online and even on ground on the event itself. We're going to sell tickets.
Okay,
at IEC
they don't have to
Pavilion.
make any reservations. They could just go on ground.
Yes,
IEC,
you can
I suppose,
accommodate
right?
thousands of people in the venue, so
Yeah, but
yeah, it shouldn't be a
tickets are
problem.
tickets are selling out pretty
It's selling
fast.
out
So if
fast.
we could
Oh, of
secure it
course.
as early as possible, better. But
Mm.
again, as we mentioned, you can actually purchase on the day. But if you purchase online, that's just until today. Kasi the tickets are 1,000 pesos. But starting October 31 until today, November 2, 700 siya. So many people have
Yeah.
been buying tickets kasi 700 pesos na lang siya. Bukas back to 1,000 tayo ulit. So to those who
All
are
right.
watching na taga Cebu, pamalit na mo.
Bili na kayo
Or
talaga ng ticket
if
now.
you're in Manila or anywhere, you gotta check
Yes,
this out,
yes.
guys. You gotta check
Uh-huh,
this out.
uh-huh.
You
Tsaka
might
It's your
want
chance,
to
di
to
ba?
win prom
yeah.
night, King.
Uh, you know, kanina
Grabe.
si Coach talked about, and then she was able to attend, I believe, Coach, that was the 1GMM in no, Erwan Studio, the Fat Kid Inside, no. And then I think what we want to bring to BaiCon, similar to what you've experienced there, is where big and small creators, brands and
Yeah.
agencies become ordinary people. Walang
Yes,
ito
so
ako, walang ito ako. And let's
nakakatuwa
chat, let's
yun.
collaborate, let's meet each other, di ba? So apart from the names that you've seen earlier, talagang we have a lot of, BaiCon has always been, since 2018, hosted by Gino Killamor of Boys Night Out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also Inka Magnaye, for the first time, will be joining us
Wow,
physically
idol ko si
in
Inka.
Cebu to be part of the Mikey Bustos, and of course the one and only Bogart the Explorer. So those are our iconic hosts ever since since we started BaiCon. But very excited to see them. And then sabi ko nga kanina, beyond the almost 100 or more than 100 influencers or creators who will be joining BaiCon, a lot of brands and agencies will be there. So just imagine the wealth of opportunities available to really collaborate, get noticed, get recognized, diba? And that all happens in this weekend. That will all happen this weekend. Kaya pasalamat ako na nabalitaan ko kanina yung bagyo na tropical storm, naging low pressure area na.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good to grabe. Ayan, at saka nakakatuwa kasi you're giving chances dun sa mga nagsa-start, di ba? And yung parang for them to collaborate with the big names na and those na pwede nila mag-mentor or makita nila to para ma-shadow nila of some sorts kung paano ang tama na way, di ba? And how they were able to reach that particular level ng tama yung ginagawa nila using social media, di ba? Nakakatuwa yung idea ng BaiCon. And CICP talaga, I have attended and sabi ko nga, we've learned a lot from that particular activation. Tapos, we also met so many cool people. Kaya ito, for sure, itong BaiCon InFest na to, napakadami nating mamimit. King, ano pa?
Coach, plus yung sinasabi pa kanina pa binabanggit ni Jim, because he's from brand communication, right? That this is also an opportunity for us influencers, big and small, to come out there and be noticed by the brand.
Yes.
Because they're there. Diba, Jim?
Yep.
Nandun ba ang mga real estate developers?
Kailangan na i-segue, no? Andun ba yung mga coffee shops and growers?
alam mo,
I'm pretty sure they're there, yeah.
Since you mentioned real estate, whenever I give a talk, I always say, content creation is the real estate of our generation. Di ba nung panahon ng mga magulang natin, yung maraming mga yumaman, nagbenta ng lupa, bumili ng lupa. Ngayon, ito real estate ng generation natin. So, I will not be surprised if there are real estate people who will be joining us. But to name a few, the whole marketing team or quite large group of representations will be there from Emperador Distillers. Cebu Pacific also has a contingent of the marketers and brand managers joining Cebu Pacific. I think from Unilab, there's 12 of us who will be flying from Manila and a few from representing also different brands because we're a sponsor. And a whole lot more. A lot of local. Colpal. I mentioned Colpal.
Wow.
Yes.
And a lot of local brands in Cebu are also joining because sabi ko nga, this is not just a day for creators and influencers to collaborate. It's for brands and agencies to spend time with these creators and then find opportunities.
Yes.
Right.
Grabe.
See them face to face, right?
Oo.
Yes.
Yep.
Ayan.
Tsaka
And,
highlight
one
ko
of
din na it's a retreat for creators. You know what we're excited also, and
Mhm.
whenever we talk to them, there's not a lot of opportunities kasi where these creators get to meet their VisMin fans. So
Yeah.
what
oh,
RCC
Yeah.
and CICP are
Yeah.
making sure is wala ka na iisipin. All you need to do is to jump on a plane.
Yeah.
And we're
go
flying
there.
different creators, not just from Manila, but from Singapore, from Brazil, from different parts of the world. Also flying to Cebu. But I think some of the regional heads of Meta or Facebook will also be flying from Singapore to Cebu. So
Indonesia.
from Indonesia as well. So it's we're telling our creators here, think of it as a retreat and a very rare opportunity for you to spend
Yeah.
time with the Vismin audience, because not a lot of people know and realize that Cebu and the rest of the Vismin region is also a melting pot of brilliant and
Yes.
creative creators.
Sobra.
Coach,
Yeah.
akalain mo naka-retreat ka na, naka-prom ka pa. Party pa.
Naka-back to
Na-retreat
school
ka.
party ka pa, no?
Naka-back to school. Bea, how many fans are we talking about when Jim mentions about Vismin? How many fans are we talking about?
We're
In terms
expecting
of,
to
yeah, go
we're
ahead.
expecting 2,500 audience attendance on that day. So that's going to be at the IEC Pavilion. In the previous years, digitally, we've already attracted more than 1 million viewers and fans to the event. But this time, we're going to see them in the flesh. So we're very excited for that to happen. And yun nga, sabi ni Jim, it's kind of like a retreat, yung mga exclusive parts of the event for the creators and the brands and the different agencies attending the event. It's really pretty exciting to me because I'm excited for kasi naman BaiCon, yung sabi nyo kanina, retreat.
Mhm.
May pa-prom ka pa, there's an org fair, you enjoy the event. But what happens after is what's more amazing to me, because a lot of brand collaborations actually take place after that. So it also serves as a parang networking event where case study lang, Mimia was actually discovered during BaiCon by Cebu Pacific.
Wow.
And now Mimia remains to be Cebu Pacific's one of top creators nila. Tapos ngayon naman, we're bridging the Divine Divas, yung sa Drag Race
Mhm.
Philippines, and Cebu
Mhm.
Pacific again. So they're gonna have collaborations.
Galing.
Bardacads have created content for Unilab. And at the same time, aside from the brand collaborations, yun talaga nakikita mo na unusual creators being in the same vlog or content. So that's really what happens after, which excites me the most. It's because we've cultivated new relationships, strengthened bonds, but at the same time, it's healthy for the industry because the brands for them, it's actually a good discovery of new talents and ambassadors they could potentially hire. For agencies naman, it's really being able to bridge and let the both parties see how it's like to be a creator, how it's like to be a brand, and of course for the creators to get inspiration from each other. So um at the end of the day, everybody happy. So yun nga, sabi, nakapag-prom ka na, nakapag-party ka pa, nakapag-retreat ka pa, tapos may project ka pa after. So yun talaga what's exciting about BaiCon.
Wow, grabe, no? Sobrang, ito yung literal na connection and collaboration ang mangyayari this weekend. Sobrang galing ng idea to help others, especially the influencers, na magkaroon sila ng chance to meet the brands and the agencies na pwedeng makakollaborate nila. And at the same time, ma-meet ng mga fans, yung kanilang mga sobrang fina-follow na influencers. So, if you can leave with us yung invitation nyo sa people na pwede pang humabol, and if you want to thank your sponsors, go ahead, Jim and Bea.
Jem, you wanna go first?
No, sige, go ahead.
Ako.
Ladies first. Go ahead.
All right. So guys, to those who are watching us right now, super excited to invite you over for BaiCon InFest now on its 5th year. It's the biggest and grandest BaiCon ever. Catch content creators like Ran Style, Niana, and Natalia Guerrero, the Divine Divas from Drag Race Philippines, Precious Paula Nicole, Vinyas Deluxe, and Brigading. We also have Kim Poy Feliciano, Mikey Bustos. We have Ninong Rai, Esnira Nulio. We have content creators from TikTok, Davao Conyo. We have Inka Magnaye, and many, many more. So talagang it's something to look out for. You could also enjoy musical performances by Cookies, The Sundown, 13C, Denise Julia, Sunset, Okaraga, Kurtfik, and many more. So guys, if you have time this weekend, fly over to Cebu from all over the world kasi I know that there are fans flying from Malaysia, from Singapore just to watch the event. So kung nasa ano lang kayo, nasa Cebu kayo or nasa Manila, treat yourself to a well-deserved weekend kasi this is definitely going to be a show you will truly enjoy. So yun, for you guys to know more about BaiCon InFest, you can visit our website. That's www.baicon.ph. We're also at baicon.ph on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok to know more about the event. Of course, this event will not be possible if it weren't for our sponsors. We are powered by Smart, Colgate Palmolive, Unilab, Emperador, SkyGo, Cebu Pacific, and many, many more. So TNC is one of our media partners. Super thanks for allowing us to amplify BaiCon InFest. And yes, we're so, so excited to have you all this weekend.
Ayun. Grabe. Jim, you want to add something to that para
Actually,
ma-invite kita?
sa sinabi ni Bea, nagsa-struggle ako ano pang i-add ko eh. But siguro, my final word sa mga nanonood right now, huwag na kayo magdalawang isip. This
Yes.
will be epic. I think since we started doing BaiCon, it just gets better and better. But imagine this, 2 taon na nalimit lang ang BaiCon sa virtual experience. Don't you think this weekend will really bring out the best of everybody and creativity at its best, overflowing in the venue across all the 3 days? If I am you, I will not miss that. So looking forward to see you all. And I'm excited to fly in a few hours and see you, Bea, there in Cebu.
Super
Nice,
excited to see you
Yan.
again.
Coach,
Ayun.
Coach
Thank
Sil,
you.
sisingit lang ako kasi alam ko guys, no, November 7, Monday. So there's still time for you because I know that your kids are still on break. So if you're still looking for something worthwhile, then this is it. This is the sign you've been waiting for. Get your tickets tonight and then fly over to Cebu for BaiCon Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Coach?
Yan. Fly over to Cebu and experience how they bring the influencers on ground, and yeah, we'll collaborate with so many people, we'll meet you at yan, ito yung chance natin. 2 years tayo nag-antay, magkakaroon tayo ng chance talaga makita sila. So much preparations have been made at saka sigurado na parang back to school talaga to. Ito yung inaabangan natin. And
Right.
yeah, thank you, Jim. Thank you, Bea, for gracing our show, the TNC PressCon, and giving us an idea of what to expect for the BaiCon InFest. And for those who want to buy tickets, we will be flashing it on our comments. And try nyo ngayon habang naka-promo pa, because tomorrow I think they will go back to their regular price. At ito na yung chance nyo ma-meet yung mga idols nyo and also learn from them. Ito talaga yung hinahabol natin. Let's do digital for good. Kaya we are really, really supporting BaiCon, InFest, CICP, and the collaboration of all the influencers who would want, di ba, makatulong para elevate ang digital media. Ayan, so thank you, Jim. Thank you, Bea. King, thank you very much. And see you in Cebu. King, habol na.
King, ikaw yung pinapakinggan ko kanina.
Oo, ayun yun. Huwag nang patumpik-tumpik, habol na.
Hindi.
Okay, ayan, sige.
At saka pag Cebu, parating fiesta.
Yun.
Nako.
Ayan, sige, sige.
We
Okay,
have ordered all the lechons. Just saying.
So kailangan natin yung gamot, dadalhin natin, no? Baka.
Fish oil at lahat.
Ayan.
Right.
Okay, King. Sige. Thank you, everyone. And again, from TNC PressCon, we are inviting you to visit BaiCon InFest 2022. After 2 years, ayan, back on the ground na sila at bigyan natin ng chance yung mga, yung mga gustong ma-meet talaga yung mga, yung mga idols, influencers nila. And also enjoy para tong back to school, prom, and all those things na ine-expect natin ng face-to-face. King, is there anything na gusto mo except other than sumama na sa amin and join us in Cebu?
Kailangan ko nang umalis kasi magpapaalam ako sa misis ko. Oh, even better, Jimmy, tara, Cebu tayo.
Oh, ngayon na. Ayan. So this is Coach Celia Jacob from Business Brews and Beyond. And
This is King Gonzalez from Realty Realities.
Yeah, bringing you the TNC PressCon, and we are featuring the BaiCon InFest 2022. Please join them, and don't forget to check out all our shows. And yeah, we're also going to show the sponsors of BaiCon after this. So thank you, Jim and Bea, and see you in Cebu. Bye.